Stop giving your masculinity away. Masculinity can't be taken from you, only freely given up. And our world right now needs masculine, self-determined men to be leaders once again. Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of The News. It's the Tacticon Armament Show. What defines being a leader? A leader is someone who's willing to blaze their own path. They're self-determined. They don't take advice from other people. Often bold people make leaders, and leaders, being bold people, tend to not be very obedient. They break the rules. They break the mold. They're unique and different. They cut a path through the jungle that's very uniquely theirs, and other people follow them. That's what makes them a leader. There is an active effort to remove masculinity from the society. The absolute last thing that the people in control want now is self-determined humans. That's why they're against the family. It's why they're against 2A rights. It's why they're against masculine men. Your ability to break the mold, your ability to reject the programming and be a self-determined person is what will see the country survive whatever this period of change is. We can all see it. We can all feel it. We're entering into a period of change, and we as the American voter class, we as the adults in this country are the ones driving that car. We are responsible for where that car goes, and we must choose to drive that car, our country, the future, in a positive direction. If we're the drivers of this great American experiment, then we need a roadmap, a guide of where we're going and how we're going to get there. And the easiest guide for that is the pursuit of truth. If we base all of our decisions from a place of common sense based on what's actual real fact, then that's the best roadmap that we can have as people, as consenting adults. We live in an age of disinformation and misinformation. We live in an age of lies and media spins, truth being the hardest commodity to find. It's so vitally important that we return to a place of common sense and truth, reality-based facts, regardless of how that affects your feelings.
Honey, it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. It's just me.
And this is why masculine men are on the chopping block. This is why there is an active war against masculine men, because masculine men, by nature, by chemical makeup, the way that their brains work is that, well, they live in reality. They're not easily swayed by emotion. To control societies, governments since the dawn of time have played on your emotions. The greatest oppressors who committed the greatest atrocities throughout history came with a smile on their face, promising to be the savior. From the Maoist takeover in China to Hitler and Nazi Germany, they billed themselves as the savior of the people. That's why I have such a fervent disagreement with the current administration, is because they're the saviors for the very problems that they created. If we as the American people are treating the government like it's our parents, like it's here to protect us, if we have given up our personal safety into the entrustment of other people, of the government, if we think that the government is the person that's going to change our lives or right the direction of things that are going wrong in this country, then we've completely dropped the ball, and we are setting ourselves up for a totalitarian takeover. We're setting ourselves up for atrocities here in the United States. The government will never be the savior. The politicians will never be the heroes you look for. You, we, us, the American people must take control of this car again and drive it in the direction that we want. It wasn't FEMA or federal agencies that helped the people of North Carolina with Hurricane Helene. It was local, masculine men who got up, got out, got dirty, and solved the problems. That is the solution across the board for all of the problems that our society faces now. That is why I think the 2A community is so important, and it's also why I'm so frustrated by the arguments within the 2A community. The 2A community isn't tactical bros or competitive shooters. It's not FUDs or hunters. The 2A community is America's self-determined, blue-collar, hard-working, masculine men and feminine women who believe in their responsibilities independently. They believe in gender roles, they believe in the family, and they believe in the tenets that made this country such a great country to begin with. The United States of America has ushered in a technological age that humanity has never seen before. From aeronautical and technological advancements to medicine and philosophical and understanding of the world that we live in, the advancements provided to humanity because of the United States are almost uncountable. All of those advancements coming from self-determined, bold, masculine men who broke the mold, who were often treated like pariahs and misfits in their time. Misunderstood, bold men willing to be defiant, paint the future for humanity to live in. This is the significance of the 2A community. The 2A community is just the community of people who own firearms. Your act of purchasing a firearm to defend yourself and your family is the core, most basic belief that built this incredible country. You are saying that should trouble come your way, no one else is going to solve that problem. It's up to you, and you are making a stance. You are committing yourself to being that problem solver. It is that simple core belief that bonds the 2A community across such a wide set of Americans. From people of every walk of life, from people of every economic background, from people that live inside the cities and outside the cities, from every state and every city across this great nation, there are self-determined human beings who believe that problems that present themselves in life must be solved by them because no one else is coming to do it for you. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us to drive this country in the direction that we want it to go. And it's up to us to bond the 2A community together as hardworking, blue-collar Americans who want to see better than we're doing right now. We want to see a future for our world that continues to provide technological and economic advancements for all human beings. We need to build a unified front. As Americans pushed too far, we need to start digging our heels in the ground and saying no. We need to remember that our freedom can only be given up, never taken from us. As a wise man once said, I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. There is no better time than now. I am a firm believer that if it's not me, then who? I can't depend or rely on anyone else to fix the problems that I see. And if you are smart enough to see the problems that plague our society, then you must be a part of the solution. You have a responsibility to drive this car in a positive direction. We have to fight for truth. We have to pursue truth, and we have to fight for a moral future. That's our responsibility. Those things will guide us into a straight line in the future. Those are the founding principles that made this great country so incredible. Bold, history-making people are rarely obedient. It's time to start breaking some of the rules. And remember, it's okay to be dangerous. I'll see you soon.